Bitcoin opens up the imagination and possibilities of a global digital currency. The blockchain technology that comes with Bitcoin has put our society in an incredible time. Huobi is actively involved in this wave of rising digital assets in 2013, helping to enlighten Chinese people in digital currency investment. Huobi has made a brilliant achievement in taking the highest market share and received the highest trading volume in China. At present, Huobi Group is opening a global integrated digital asset transaction services with a strong focus on customer service. Huobi Group has set up operations and service centers in Singapore, Hong Kong, Seoul, Tokyo, Beijing, and Shenzhen. With our new base in the beautiful Singapore, Huobi Group will bring quality educational and service experiences to millions of users of digital assets in 130 countries and regions.
Hello and happy welcome. My name is Dennis Jacobs. I'm your host today for Huobi Talk number 24. Our guest today is the Senior Director of Huobi, Wu Xing.
Yes, hello everyone.
We're streaming live from our headquarters in Singapore. Wu Xing and I will give you a crash course on the different kind of exchanges today in our first part. In the second part, we will show you how you can vote on your favorite projects on HADAX, the world's first autonomous token exchange. And in the third part, we're going to share tips with you about good projects. I myself will run the third part. So I'm excited for today. We have an interactive session, so I know we have already hundreds of people live here on YouTube. We will check the number very soon. So if you have questions during this session, we will be together here today for 1 to 1.5 hours. Please feel free to add any comment, ask any question. Each section we will have time dedicated for answering these. All right, I go ahead. So about last episode, we had the founder of Airdrop with us. He was sharing more about Airdrop's mission to connect and unify all blockchains. We have now the chance to spread the word. Below this video, please share, family, friends, whoever. We have a goal to reach. Soon I will inform you what is the targeted number for today's token airdrop. And please hit the subscribe button and share this episode. So on social media, you can find us on Huobi.pro official. On Twitter, you can find us with Huobi_pro. And on Instagram, you find us just with Huobi.pro. The links are also in the description. All right, I want to introduce you very quick to our today's airdrop promotion. We have an airdrop giveaway. Last week, we had almost 3,000 viewers tuning in. And the participants got each 2,000 tokens.
Wow.
So today's airdrop prize pool will depend on the amount of views. And if we get the highest tier, if we get the 4,000 viewers up, we will be all participants will be sharing 10,000 HT tokens, Huobi tokens, and that's exciting. So yes. Simply just share this live stream, youtube.com, Huobi.pro/live with your family and friends right now. And now I'm going to check quickly our number. Oh, we already at 823 live watchers. Wow. That's good, just for 3-4 minutes in, right?
Yes, it's good.
That's good, that's good. I like that. So we can go ahead. All right, my friends, we're sharing today with you the first part. So, Wu Xing.
Hello.
Hi.
Daniel? Yeah.
Yes. So just to participate, the Huobi ID, yeah, @vote on HADAX And please don't use the old tag we used the week before. I Love HADAX is not up to date anymore, so it's your Huobi ID at Vote on HADAX. Okay?
Yes, let me make a gesture. We change Love HADAX to Vote on HADAX.
Yes,
it's
yes,
easy to remember. Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Yeah.
All right. So I gonna make a quick walkthrough how to find your UID on Huobi. So the first, you log into your Huobi.pro account. Second, you click on account and security. And the third, you will find your Huobi ID right below your email address in your account and security settings. It's a short one, easy to find. Just take this one with the tag, post it here in the comment section, and we will collect it. And if we reach a target, you will be one of the lucky ones who gets the HT token drop.
Yeah.
All right, Wu Xing, can you introduce yourself a little bit, please, for our community? I know you've been already 18 times a guest to Huobi Talk, but in Mandarin language. So today is the first time in English.
Yes.
So happy welcome to the English version.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. I'm Wu Xing from Huobi.pro. And I entered this industry since 2014. Oh, every time when I mentioned that I entered this industry in 2014, people will ask me, "Oh, you must be very rich." It's a joke, but what I want to learn about this industry is I want to know what people are curious about and what people lack of and what people want to know about in the industry. So I used to hold more than 100 events to share the blockchain knowledge, and I am the author of From Zero to One Learning Blockchain. And I am at the same time my team established another program for education. Its name is Blockchain 101. It's 90 videos for blockchain knowledge. So just now you mentioned I be the host for Huobi Talk for 18 videos. So it's my first time to be a guest in English version. So I feel a little nervous, but very excited to share the ideas of Huobi.pro and HADAX. It's very nice to meet you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So Wu Xing, let's jump into it. The first part is about different cryptocurrency exchanges, and just for the understanding of our viewers too, I'm an investor and I trade also myself on Huobi, and I'm in the cryptocurrency, about the blockchain ecosystem around the last 2 years. And
cool.
I know myself there are different types of exchanges. So we have the fiat, so the hard cash US dollar, whatever, currency to coin. We have the coin-to-coin exchange, and then we have also the OTC, the over-the-counter exchange. So could you show us, explain us more about the difference? And
yeah, you have a very rich experience in this field. Let's say the screen. We can say different kinds of exchanges. And there are two kinds of exchange platform. The first one is a centralized platform, and the second one is decentralized platform. And for centralized platform, I think we are very familiar with them. There are some exchanges, just Danny mentioned, fiat money to cryptocurrency exchanges, such as Coinbase, Bitfinex, and Huobi.com used to be fiat money, CNY to cryptocurrency. And another one is cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency exchanges, such as Pololix, Bitrix, Huobi.pro is also kind of cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency exchanges. And in some area, there is no exchange. So how people can buy and sell their coins? It is another kind of platform named out of the counter. It's OTC. So it means you buy your coin to other people. You buy coin from other people and you sell your coins to other people. It's a peer-to-peer exchange. And another kind of platform we may not be very familiar with is centralized exchange. There also can be exchange and out of the counter. Some exchanges most of the exchanges are cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency exchanges. Most of them currently support ERC20 tokens, such as Kyber. We are very familiar with. We just invite Loi Lu, the founder of Kyber, to be a guest in our Huobi Talk. And 0x, AirSwaps, and others, and so on. And there were also OTC platforms in decentralized exchange. But why we are so familiar with centralized exchange but not very familiar with decentralized exchange? Because decentralized exchange are in the very beginning of their development step. And because, as we know, the most important thing for exchange
that's actually the question I get asked here of our live viewers.
Okay.
And it was,
Go ahead.
I thought it was a little bit harsh, but you want to attack this topic because you are one of the biggest players, number 1, number 2 in the world, Huobi, and you're around for almost 5 years. So, and tell me, why is Huobi still centralized? There's so many decentralized options on the market. I feel like you're competing with it. What is the reason why Huobi still stays centralized? We get this question from our viewer. Yeah?
Okay, that's a very good question. I want to explain it. As just mentioned, for an exchange, the most important thing is liquidity and depth. What does liquidity mean? It means the speed you can buy and sell your coins. For example, if you buy 1 Bitcoin on a platform, you spend 0.1 second. And you buy 1 Bitcoin on another platform, it spends you more than 1 minute. As we know, the price will shake during this period. So you will prefer the faster one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the liquidity very important for the platform. And another is the depth for exchange. It means when you buy and sell your coins in large amount, the price will keep stable. For example, Daniel, if you are very rich, you have 1,000 Bitcoin, but today you want to buy a house in New York, but New York cannot accept Bitcoin. If you are in Japan, Japan can accept Bitcoin payment, right? But you want to buy your house in New York, so you need fiat money.
Yes.
So you need to sell your 1,000 Bitcoin at one time, maybe in one day or in 1 week.
Yes.
Yeah, and get the fiat money. But if you sell it in a lot good one, it will make the price go down very hard, maybe 20% or more than 30%. But if you sell it in a good one, which has a good depth, the price maybe go down less than 10%. So which one you prefer?
Yes, I agree on this one, and I think the scalability is given on Huobi. I heard about the decentralized exchanges also have issues right now with transaction per second, so it's not really the volume they want to process through the decentralized is really not yet given, and also if you basically do it on a ERC20 on an Ether blockchain or something like that, also the costs involved or similar.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as for us, the decentralized may be the future. So Huobi invests some decentralized platform exchange, and also we established another platform named HADAX. We want to attempt this step. We can try the decentralized part one by one, so we can see the future and keep it safe. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and honestly, I myself, I wouldn't trade on Huobi if I wouldn't feel comfortable and it's secure. So there was no security issue, there was no hack in almost 5 years. So you're honestly one of the early, and I myself, I haven't got approval of saying this, but you're one more the old school conservative platforms, and I like this. This is also my trading philosophy. You have less than 100 coins listed. It's a high-end approval process. It takes time, and therefore I think Huobi is one of the major players ever since.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Yeah.
All right, then just let's do the walkthrough on Huobi. So can you give us an introduction into Huobi.pro?
Yes. I believe in front of the screen, some of the audience are our old friends who are very familiar with Huobi, while some of the friends and new friends. So I want to introduce Huobi.pro again and to make you better understand Huobi. We can see the screen. Huobi, our company established in 2013. Now we have a 5 years history. As just now, as Daniel mentioned, we have 0 security issue records. And now we have an office in Tokyo, Seoul, Singapore, Hong Kong, and San Francisco. In the very beginning, we established a platform, fiat money to cryptocurrency, named Huobi.com. We used to be the #1 cryptocurrency exchange in the world from 2014 to January of 2017. and we break the recording of daily trading volume in the world for 10 times. Now we have the users less than 10 millions from 130 countries and regions. Now Huobi.pro, it is an cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency exchanges. So now it be top 3 in the world, and we select projects from thousands of projects in the world. We establish our smart chain evaluation model. So this purpose is on so select good ones. And we are the first one also to establish 24/7 customer service in the world. So it is a story about Huobi.pro. So I want to introduce, would you mind if I introduce Huobi Global here?
Oh, you can go ahead, but give me 1 second. We already reached 1,100 live viewers.
Wow, cool.
We are on the way to the 4,000. The community is supporting very good here. 400 likes, 1,100 views. We only are 16 minutes into the live. So please keep on sharing, use the button below and spread the word, because we have to reach at least 2,000 live viewers so that we can have the minimum level reach for the airdrop, and our goal is to reach the 4,000. So please keep on promoting. Thank you. All right, don't want to interrupt you. Please go ahead. Do you want to introduce another site?
Okay, what I want to do is to let our audience know more familiar with our platform. So I want to introduce Huobi Global. Yeah, and because we established in 2013, so we have 5 years. We found our advantage is at exchange, and we want to invest and help others. So we have Huobi Pool in the upstream of this industry, and Huobi Wallet in downstream in this industry. But our strength is in the middle stream of this industry. It is we invest and exchange. In primary market, we have Huobi Labs and Huobi Investment. And on the secondary market, we have different kinds of exchanges, as you can see, Huobi.pro and the sub-brand HADAX, and Huobi Korea, Huobi Japan, and multiple Huobi OTC. And it's a good news, USD OTC is coming this way, and we will launch another exchange in few weeks. We will share this good news to you when we can, as soon as we can.
Wow.
Yeah.
So actually, from my understanding, Huobi is not, I thought a couple of months or years ago, I thought Huobi is just an exchange website. But I see it more like now, like a whole thing, like a big corporation, a global empire, more or less. You have so many different companies and businesses. So I'm really impressed with that. And you're working on the issues. You know, in the market, honestly, what I myself, if I talk to other traders, if I talk to everyone about this topic, it's always like, how, if they want to get money in, how do I get big volume into the market? And then it's always coming to OTC. Then there are fees involved, and there's not much transparency. There's not much communication on how to really get large in the market. Yeah, and there's so many security storage issues. I know you use cold storage for your users' assets, and so there's so many question marks. So I think also to this regards, you want to introduce or talk about the Huobi Reserve, is it right?
Okay, because as just now we mentioned, security in this industry is very important, because we have some issues in this industry, and we are in the very beginning of this industry. So all we can rely on is self-regulation, right? So Huobi think our user is most important. So we established 2 kinds of funds. Yeah, the first one is Huobi User Protection Fund. We will spend 20% of Huobi.pro's income goes to buy back Huobi token. We just know Huobi token. And all the bought back Huobi token will be stored in Huobi User Protection. And another one is Huobi Security Reserve. We will spend 20,000 Bitcoins on the platform by our own, and to put in the fund. If anything happened for the security issue, we will use this fund to pay our users first.
Wow. Okay. So I understand that there are backup reserves for your users. This is good. And let's look into our community if there are some questions regarding this topic here. I'm going to check.
Okay.
Maybe my team can also select one for us because the chat is going very fast.
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of participation. Look at that. Bum, bum, bum. All
Yes.
your UIDs, I love it. Add vote on HADAX. 1,200 live viewers now.
I see a question, but it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I scroll up? Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, because it moves too fast.
It moves too fast. Maybe
Yeah.
our team can select one for this part. So Huobi, the next part will be HADAX, the hot topic out now. So you diversify, you get different projects out, and if we're not getting one now, then I move on HADAX, and we can just combine it because Huobi and HADAX is a mother and sister platform, however you want to call it. Okay, so HADAX, what does it stand for? It means Huobi Autonomous Digital Asset Exchange. So a long phrase with a short name. HADAX was launched on February the 3rd, just about 6 weeks ago, so very, very fresh.
Yes.
So tell me more about HADAX. So share with us, why did Huobi actually create HADAX? Because there is Huobi.pro already. Is it, what reason?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Just now I mentioned the advantage and the strengths of Huobi is exchange. We want to put our users first in the first place, so we select good projects for them. That's why we established smart chain evaluation model for our users. That's why every time when we evaluate a project, it spends us more than 2 weeks. We need our BD team, our research center, and our development department to evaluate the one project. It's useful. You can see the potential value of the project, but it's slow in this industry. We want to protect our user. At the same time, we don't want to miss the chance to get in this industry. So we want to let the right go to our users. You can decide what kind of project you want to list on the platform. So we established HADAX because in this industry, it develops very fast, and there are thousands of projects in this field. We cannot evaluate it one by one, but our users is welcome. We trust them, and we give the right to them. But at the same time, we take responsibility to some other information. So you
filter the projects before they can get listed on the voting page on HADAX.
Exactly.
Not everyone can randomly list, right?
Yeah, exactly. We need to check their application, both for if the information is correct, it's true, and about the regulation.
Okay, so if it's legally correct, if the legit project, the funds are correct and everything, they fit the criteria, then they can go on the voting page on HADAX, and then users can vote, right?
Yes.
So, and just for my understanding, I recap it very quick, because when I used HADAX, the difference between Huobi.pro and HADAX is that the community has now the power to decide who is actually getting listed. The top 1 and 2 projects on HADAX in the voting cycle, they get then listed on HADAX itself, and we are now just in the second phase. So maybe at this point you want to do a quick walkthrough on HADAX?
Yes.
We can do it live? I think we can do it live, right?
Yeah, yes, okay. So how to vote and how to trade on HADAX. First, you can go to Huobi.pro.com, this page. You can see anywhere. In the front page, you can see something about HADAX, such as this page. Or you just go directly to this address, www.hadax.com. And you can see the voting page here. If you have already have a Huobi.pro account, you just log in. If you have not, you need to sign up. And it's very easy to sign up, so I will not show this step. And you can see in the page, each project has super nodes here.
That's new, right?
Yes, that's new. And the security deposit.
Also new.
Also new. And the voting votes from users. Yeah, so so it can get the score here.
So all this together, the super nodes, the security deposit, and the user votes together combined make up the score. So it's actually, if I read it right, 70% of the votes from the users get counted, and at 30% is weighted the security deposit. So actually, it's quite fair. If I'm honest, 50-50 would be half-half. But it's even more power with the users, so 70%. And in this 30%, it's not that the project, the company can buy itself in. It's actually locking down, I think it's 12 months, the assets in form of Huobi token, locking down with HADAX to secure, in case of, if there's a delisting or there's a legal issue, that then HADAX can take care of the traders, of the token holders, right? So this is another security pool. It's not that the project can buy itself in. I think this was my first misunderstanding, that 30%, okay, whatever you want to, are willing to pay, it's not, because Huobi and HADAX has no listing fees. It's actually just a security deposit. And that's very exciting because...
Another important, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, sure, please.
Yeah. Sorry, another important thing is if you want to get voting on HADAX, you need the super nodes vote first.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to have at least one supernode?
Yes.
Okay. And there's some claim if you get all votes of all supernodes, you go straight to Huobi.pro. Is it right? I heard of that?
They cannot vote every project. They have limitation for them.
Limitation.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's well structured.
Yes.
So I personally read all the updates on the terms and conditions of the voting rules. It's quite easy to understand. I think 12 bullets or something like that. So everyone who's interested, they can search. Maybe we can even post it here below the video. So we have the step-by-step walkthrough already. Now we can ask Wu Xing. We open now the second round of HADAX voting. Just like 3 days ago, I think, 20th of March. It's now just for 7 days, and we have like 4 days left now.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And can you show more on this? Like the period is just 1 day. We're in the second phase. It's all early.
Yeah. Okay. We can see the screen. Just now we mentioned that there are 2 new features on HADAX. One is supernode. Supernodes are very famous company or ventures in this industry. They vote in this project means they think they are good. And another one is deposit, means the deposit is to protect our users from security. And we will return it back to the project in 12 months. And another interesting project is project can establish a rule for the users to vote. For example, for IDH, for example, if you vote me 0.1 HT, it means 1 vote. I give you 2 tokens. Yeah, it's the rules by the project.
Okay,
yeah,
so the actually the project itself can promote more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
On top of that, that's very interesting.
Yes, it's good for users.
Yes, I have some regarding community questions here.
Okay.
So, what about the supernodes? We got this question from Irvin. How do you choose who to be supernoted, or who has the supernode right? There's some information about that, right?
Yes, just now I mentioned supernodes are a very famous company who invest in many good projects and ventures. So we will negotiate with them one by one, and they will make a point about us, and they will do the votes for projects. Yes,
okay.
This is a supernodes.
So good. We have another question from our community. From Amy144, what's Huobi's main focus? Seems like Huobi is doing a lot of things at the same time.
Yes. Actually, this is a very good question. Just now mentioned, we know our strengths and advantage. Our advantage is exchange. We know traders very well, so we do this part by ourselves. So in Huobi, you can see different kinds of exchanges, such as Huobi.pro, HADAX, Huobi Korea, Huobi Japan, and OTC. But in other parts, we may be not very good at, such as the upstream, pools, mining farms, and some blockchain technology. So we choose to cooperate with others or invest them. So that's our strategy. It's a very good question.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I understand that. So Huobi.pro is still really coin to coin, right? And then you come up with OTC. So I think there's still the main focus on the main business, but there are some sub businesses. And if you expand, if you have a lot of employees, and if there's a lot of demand for different products, I think it's just natural.
Yes, we needn't to do it by ourselves. We just cooperate or invest.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, these were a couple of questions. Or maybe a quick one from Nitesh. What is Huobi Labs exactly?
What is Huobi
Labs?
Okay, it's a good question. So you are from one project?
they might want to get listed and are interested in Huobi Labs, right?
Yes, Huobi Labs is an incubator to help good projects, to help them with technology, investment, and other things. So we will choose good ones to help them. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we have now the HADAX platform. We can vote the projects up. It's really community driven. What are the voting rules? So what does a member need to spend to vote, and how does it work actually?
I need to beg your pardon?
The voting on HADAX. To participate in the voting, how much is it? In which currency do you pay? How can you vote on HADAX actually?
Okay, it's very simple. You just need to pay HT. 1 HT, you can vote 10 votes. So it means...
So 1 is actually 0.1 HT?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's just you need to be a user of HADAX and then vote.
All right. So we have talked about the supernodes, the deposits, the updates. So I think already our users who are live with us right now, they got already a good update on the HADAX voting system, and there were like a couple of updates over the last weeks, but please excuse us, HADAX is just online for 6 weeks. I think now it's clear and set.
Yes.
And honestly,
just I want to explain why we changed the rules.
Yes,
yeah.
Please.
Our purpose to change the rules is aimed at we want to find good projects for our users. In the first phase, we just use voting. Yeah, who gets the most votes, who will be listed on HADAX. It's very simple, but it's not very useful. So we change the rules. We collect many advice and suggestions from our friends, users, projects, and ventures. So we want to make it better and better. So the purpose is not changed. We want to find good projects for you. Yeah.
And make it more like you are like a filtering system. So everyone can basically apply, but then you filter it down to the legit ones and then let the community decide on getting listed or not. So that's actually very cool. Now you mentioned HT. Just a quick introduction to the people who don't know HT. So HT stands for Huobi Token, and Huobi Token it's a funny story. I think we both
funny story.
Yes, it's a very funny story because we both share the same experience. You know, I think in the end of January, HT was published. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I asked you like yesterday in a quick chat, and you said you have similar experience. So we tried at night. I was in Europe at this time, and it was night. Yeah. So at the time it was every day. I think 6 p.m. Singapore time or something.
Yes.
You could participate.
10. I don't remember. Maybe 10 a.m.
Yeah, in the morning, right? In the morning, and then I was 7 hours behind in Europe. So it was like 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning in Europe, and I woke up 4 or 5 days in a row, sitting there with my laptop, high-speed internet, having the USDT ready because we needed USDT to purchase the point package to actually then getting the HT in indirectly, and so it was impossible. Within seconds, every single day it was sold out. Then the value was changing. So you too, no?
Yes, me too. I want to buy the point card to get the free HT, but every time I try, I failed. Yeah,
but honestly, you know, I asked you yesterday already. I'm asking now again. You are one of the top executives of Huobi, but you were not given any free HT, so you had to buy it yourself, right?
At that time, because I mentioned 60% of the HT will be free given by both the point card, and the rest part will be one part will be to protect our users, and one part will be for the team. So at that time, I cannot get HT Yeah.
Wow.
It's very exciting.
So you're basically involved in the development, you know about that, you bring it out, you're one of the top executives, and you don't own the token. That's impossible. And then you wake up, you didn't have to wake up early, not as much as me. But it's really a funny story because I have so many friends, you know, we were in WhatsApp groups and everyone was just failing. I tried to buy a big package, even my friends with small packages, no one got through.
Yes, my users and my friends ask me, hey, can you buy some HT for me?
Yeah.
I said, even I cannot buy, but get it.
There's no behind the scenes, it's just like not possible, But anyway, now it's trading and it's accessible, and honestly the market went down recently in this year brutally, 60–80%. I know we can't talk about future price, but right now the token is up 50%. I think 50%. So everything is down, but HT is up 50%. So this means there's a real demand for this token, and I'm excited because I also bought then on the public market. I bought HT afterwards.
Yeah. Every time my friends, my users ask me, can I buy HT? What's the price of it tomorrow? What's the price of it next week? I often told him, no, I don't know idea. I have no idea about the price.
I'm not a future teller.
Yes.
So it's okay. HT has the function or as using it as votes on HADAX. But is there another function for HT? Is there another utility? Can you?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I often ask by my users this question. As we know, we can use HT to buy VIP members in Huobi.pro, and we can do vote. And we can use HT to reserve in the OTC if you are a merchant. And in the future, HT will be used in the ecosystem of Huobi Global, such as just now you saw Huobi Korea, Huobi Wallet, Huobi Japan, and labs and investment. So it's like blood in our ecosystem, HT. So you can say the strategy.
It blends in, okay.
Blends in.
Absolutely.
I thank you, teacher.
No. I'm German. Look, my English is...
You're German.
No,
okay.
It's not my first language anyway.
And
so I have a question from our community, and we are close to 1,500. So one more time, please share, please spread the word. Your UID, Huobi UID, and vote on HADAX is the tag if you want to participate in a token drop. Below here is the subscribe button. Copy the link, share it with your friends wherever on any messenger, because we need at least 2,000 so you all can participate. But I'm not happy with 2,000, honestly. We have to go for the 4,000, right? We aim for big, no, not for little. All right, users' question, just very quick, from Almost. This name, okay. I tried to vote, but I realized that in order to cast a vote, I need my account to be verified first. My question is, how do you protect users' personal information?
Oh yeah, you don't worry about this, because Huobi.com used to be a fiat money currency to cryptocurrencies. We protect our user information very well at that time, and the same we do better. But one thing I want to mention about the security information is, do not use the same account, same email, and the same password from the other platform and use on Huobi.pro. It's very important. And after you open an account, please link to GA. Yeah, it's very important for your security. Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually good. Honestly, I have to spread this in my network too. I'm doing it myself, but just the ease. It's so easy to use the same login and password, and it's a good input. I have another question. I don't know if you can answer this. From Bosat, how do you see HT competing with BNB in the future? BNB is the token of the Binance platform.
Yes.
Do you want to answer? Can you answer?
Actually, we can talk it privately, because I can't judge or say something about our friends. Yeah. So it's not moderate. Yeah. So we can talk it privately. Yeah, just now I mentioned Huobi Talk. We will use it in our whole ecosystem.
Yes. And like maybe I add on something without really talking about it. It's just like she said, friends. You know, there's so not much competition. The market is that big, and I don't know. It's just happy to be in there and having
this
some big
market
players.
is very big.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So how about the Huobi token itself? What is the USP of HT? You mentioned already
yes.
that we can use it for the voting. You said it's
exactly.
blend in everything.
Reserved for the merchant in OTC.
Yes, yes. So HT has a lot of different utilities and function, and there will be new developments in the future, right?
Yes.
With HT and with Huobi. Maybe you share about the Huobi developments in the future.
Yeah, we will share it as soon as we can.
The HT developments, yeah, but
yes.
Okay, I'm trying to squeeze something out of you. You're not trying to share with us today. That's okay. But about the Huobi.pro in general, global developments, what is coming up in the future for Huobi?
Yeah, it's a very good question. We will establish different kinds of exchange in the world. That's why we want to fund Huobi global elites. We want to fund different kinds of partners in different areas. So we will talk it later in this live streaming. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And at the same time, we want to look for the regulation. Yeah. It must be, yeah.
Proactively. That's great. That's great. I love that. So there's something you want to go ahead now, and you want to talk a little bit about the Huobi special rebate. We have a slide up there.
Yes. About the super rebate. That means you can invite your friends to be Huobi.pro users, and you can get part of their trending phase, and 30% and above update when meets the condition, and you will get the weekly rebate. But I want to emphasize, we will only promote this kind of program in the regulation allowed area. Yeah, so we will move on. And the next is about Huobi global elites. Yeah, we want to fund partners in different areas. So if you want to be our global elites, if you have local resource, local network, and you have a good ability to operate a platform, and you have a good relationship with the local such as what requirement to the platform. So you can apply to the form to be our global elites. Just email to us, give your self-introduction and your requirement and your resource and your recommendations to our email, elites@huobi.com. elites@huobi.com. Yes, welcome all you guys.
Good, so you can even become a partner of Huobi, just have to shoot an email. All right, perfect. I want to mention our today's airdrop again. We are closer and closer to the 2,000 users, live viewers. We had 1,533, so we have 480 or something like this to go. So please tune in again and share it. Please don't use your second mobile phone and whatever, but just spread it out, make it organically. So our today's prize pool, we have up to 10,000 Huobi tokens, and when we reach the 2,000, each of you gets one Huobi token. If we go over 3,000, each of you get 2 Huobi tokens, and then we reach the 4,000 viewers level. The maximum you can then get is the 2.5 Huobi tokens each. And this all equals then the share of total 10,000 Huobi tokens once we hit the 4,000 level. Wow, so almost there. We talked about HADAX, we talked about Huobi, we talked about exchanges in general. That's all very exciting. I want to talk more with the community. I want to make it more interactive, you know?
So I want to ask you some questions, because you are always asking me about HADAX, Huobi.pro.
Okay.
So I'm so curious about you.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard about you invest in some good projects and you have a rich experience. So could you share some of your experience to our audience here?
Sure. My name is Dennis Jacobs. I'm an early stage angel investor and startup advisor. And I'm in this ecosystem, the blockchain ecosystem, already for almost around 2 years now. I started early with e-commerce, and I'm a private equity investor in Europe and here in the Asian sector for the last 5 years. And I was very interested about 2 years ago for this ecosystem. So we want to go back and just for giving the knowledge about me, who I am. We come to my part later, but I know our team tells us we have so many questions from the viewers coming in, so we have to just jump back a little bit and go to the section because we want to really make it interactive. So I just,
okay.
Oh my God, what's that? Mr. Lai Ming, how can I register as an elite?
Okay, it's a good question. If you have your local resource, you want to be a Huobi Global Elite, you can email us, elites@huobi.com. So you can introduce yourself, show your show your resource and network, and we need your recommendations signature at the same time. So just email to us, elites@huobi.com. It's a good question.
Good, good.
Okay.
Ronald is asking, is having a user protection fund and having a security reserve a common strategy of other exchanges? Do you know about that?
Yeah, I want to say it clearly.
So the user protection fund, the reserve, other exchanges, they also have it? Or is it unique with Huobi?
Because I'm not from the other exchanges, so I don't know if any other exchanges have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question.
Yeah, you can. If you are curious about it, you can search. Yeah, but for me, I don't know.
Good. There is a question about HADAX. We just talked about HADAX, so I bring it up. Why do you need to trading limitation for newcomers on HADAX 30 days or 1 BTC?
Well,
what's the reason?
Yeah, this is a very good question because I want to explain it in detail. This is the different kinds of purpose for Huobi.pro and HADAX. Just now we mentioned on Huobi.pro there are good projects selected by Huobi. We use the evaluation model and evaluate several weeks. We take the responsibility to the quality. And on HADAX, they are very innovation and new projects. And to be honest, it will be a higher risk for users to trade. So we need to allow the experienced users, so which has at least 1 BTC above, or trade, the first trade is 30 days before. So we think this kind of users may be much experienced than others. So we need to protect new users. So that's our limitation.
Well, honestly, how I really feel and see it, you're not for the quick buck. You know, I just talk openly to you, like you're not for the quick dollar. You actually cut down on business because if you open it up for everyone can trade, you can make more trading fees and can make more money, but you're in for the long game, is it right? Because you're in already for 5 years and you're looking for another whatever, yes. 50 years, right?
Yes, that's why we want to long run.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we need to protect our users.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are easy to be hurt in this high-risk industry. That's why we do the pre-trade education. Yes. We have Blockchain 101 from 0 to 1 learning blockchain and many other education materials for users. That's we want them to be experienced in this field. Yeah.
That's good. That's
yes.
honest and that's good. I like it. We got a question from Brian. Where's the Huobi headquarters based? We are right now in our headquarters here in Singapore.
Yes.
I am an outside person. I'm Dennis. I'm just here. I'm a cryptocurrency advisor, and they asked me to be the host for today's show. So that's the reason. I'm not a Huobi employee, if someone is asking. But I'm actually here in the Huobi global headquarters in Singapore. Yeah. And thank you for having me, by the way.
Yeah, welcome you.
Thank you. So, what is about this question? Oh my God, this is getting personal here with me.
Oh.
Okay. No, regarding me. So, okay. There's a question from Linda. Is there a capital limitation a project need to have to be eligible to be nominated on HADAX? Okay, in easy language. Is there a minimum cap a project need to have to be listed on HADAX? So, ICO, is there minimum 5, 10, 20, 30 million they have to have been raised to get listed?
Oh, we just charge the security deposit for our users. Mm-hmm. Yes, as I mentioned, if you successfully list on HADAX, we will return back the deposit in 12 months.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think where Linda is going, she's asking is there a capital limitation a project need to have to be eligible to be nominated in HADAX? So I think, if I understand Linda right, maybe Linda can clarify that, but I think she's asking how big need to be the cap the ICO has raised to be listed. Is there like minimum 5 or 10 million in US dollar value that project has to raise?
Actually, it doesn't matter. It matters the distribution of your token.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you distribute your token much to your own team or one part of person, the price will be controlled by one group. So it's a high risk for our users.
Okay.
But if you just keep very small part of the token, your team has no motivation in the future to get your projects better. So it matters the distribution of the token, not the capital.
Okay, that's good. Cool. I hit another question from CEO James. When will it be possible to trade with Korean won, the currency in Korea, Korean won? Yeah, is there any date?
We will share it as soon as we can, and it's actually it is on the way.
Okay, everything is in the pipeline. That's good to know.
Yes.
Shankar Varang is asking, will coins or tokens listed already on Huobi be available on HADAX?
It's an interesting question. We have some rules for projects.
The other way around, they're already listed on Huobi going to HADAX. Is there necessity? Because I thought the idea of HADAX was to come up to more like incubate new projects than to bring them maybe possibly to Huobi. So the other way around, bringing them from already established Huobi to HADAX, he's asking this, is there a way that projects from Huobi go on HADAX?
Yes. Because Huobi.pro has most of users on the platform. We select good ones. We have also 3 trading pairs, such as BTC trading pair, ETH, and USDT. On HADAX, there are only 2 trading pairs, is BTC and ETH. And we will select some innovation and fresh projects. If your projects pronounce very well in HADAX, we will choose you to Huobi.pro. But if your pronunciation is not good, both in the trading volume and the trading users, so we will move you to the HADAX. So it's the same. HADAX is this level, and Pro is this level.
Yes.
So if you're not good, we will move you here. If you're good, we will move you here. Yeah.
Okay. Is it more like a sandbox, like an incubation lab, or like a early stage smaller coin HADAX, and then Huobi.pro is like for the top market cap coins, for the established ones? So you be very selective which coin goes to Huobi.pro and which not, right?
Yeah. Yes. Not small coin. I'd like to prefer the word innovation coins.
Yeah, just small in comparison to the bigger market caps. That's what I meant. Yes. So there is Singh is asking, what are the terms and conditions for listing on Huobi.pro? I think there's something on the website. Maybe we can share with our team later a link on the terms and conditions to list.
What's the question?
The terms and conditions to list on Huobi.pro. So directly on Huobi.pro, what is the minimum requirements for a project to list on Huobi.pro?
Oh yeah, you just go to HADAX Huobi.pro, and till the front page of the bottom of the front page, you can see the application. So you can click application and see the requirement.
Wow. We have a lot of interaction here.
Wow.
This is going wild. So we have over 1,600 people already. So it's only less than 400 people we need for the minimum participation level to be reached for the airdrop. Today's HT airdrop of 10,000 HTs. So honestly, we will stay as long as it's necessary to reach the minimum level of 2,000. I'm not going to leave, so you can tune off.
You can stay here for a whole week.
For the whole week till
break the record.
Yes, sleep, eat, everything. So okay. The questions are not ending. I think the community, that's actually the nice part, the interactive part, where we take it all in live and answering it right away. And even, we're not really filtering. I just get it here and I ask it, even if it's a question that is nice or not, right? So, okay, something really off topic, or maybe not, maybe I just think it is.
You can maybe answer someone.
Yeah? Okay. Bishwa Mona is asking, any plans for HADAX to be served as natural energy saving platform and green revolution.
Green evolution. Oh, I'm not very familiar with this. What kind
Yes,
of
and it's
green
like off
revolution?
topic.
Nature,
So
energy.
I think HADAX is that young, 6-7 weeks. Maybe there's no development in this sector yet. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Huobi, but I think right now we're not able to answer this question, right? So,
yes.
Good.
So this guy who asked the question maybe very take notice to the nature or green energy. Yeah. Okay.
So, what happens to our coins if projects did not pass?
Oh.
Okay, this is a question from Blue Media.
Yeah.
What happens to our coins if a project did not pass? I rephrase it. I try to break it down how I understand it.
Okay.
If you have a voting, week-long voting on HADAX, and then projects qualify, and you already vote HT, 0.1 HT per vote, and they give you a token airdrop promotion, like in return for your votes,
Yes.
and then they don't pass. What happens with your HT? What's happened with the token they were promised? Do they get it? It's all gone?
They only get the token after the project list on HADAX. Yeah, and if they are not succeed, there are two options. One option is go to the next step, next phase for voting. You can go compete with each others for the next step, for the next phase. And another is we will give a period for our users to turn back your HT. So you can see the details in our announcement.
Oh, do I understand right? So this means if a project didn't pass, they can go in the next phase in the next week? So
yes.
it's
yes.
not just one hit, and if you don't, then not. You can stay in for the second and third week.
Yes,
and maybe
of course.
your project gets more popular, and then maybe one other week it gets voted up. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. New to me too. That's nice. Another question. Wow. Any plans for development in the Indian market?
Indian market. Oh, Indian market is a very interesting market. So you are from India? So this friend is from India?
Our friend is from India. His name is Zanat.
Okay. India is a very interesting market because we can see many users in Huobi.pro, and your language is English. It's very easy to understand. But we want to learn more about Indian users because different kinds of countries' users have different kinds of favorite coins and habit to trade. So we want to learn you more. So if you at your convenience, you can give us more information. You can contact us through Twitter, Facebook, or email. Welcome you.
Yes, very nice. Let's just chat a little bit because I want there are more questioning gathering, and I want
Yes.
I don't want to rush into my part because.
Yeah, but I'm curious about you.
I know that you're curious about me, but give me a few more minutes because I want to take care of our audience today very well.
Okay.
And I want to answer as many questions as possible. I see some repeating questions that we answered, so maybe there's some unclarity. I have someone asking, okay, that's Mohan, and he's asked, if I trade on Huobi.pro, can I be eligible for HADAX trade, or should I wait till the period of 30 days is passed? I think I give a quick answer. If you have reached 1 Bitcoin in trading or more, then you pass directly.
Yes.
If not, then you have to wait 30 days. I think that's the best, quickest answer, right?
Correct.
So, okay, this was repeating question. So we're going to the 700 soon, 1700 soon. We're not reaching them yet. All right. Guys, like I said, we're going to stay as long as necessary. We can go. Okay.
Okay. So we can. I think you can share your experience in this field to our audience. How you select projects, how you pick some good ones. Yeah. So
okay. So just in general, we had the slide with me, my name and there. So we go back to this one. We do it chronologically. So I'm Dennis Jacobs. I'm in this industry for 2 years, and I actually invest here in Singapore into startups in this blockchain ecosystem already. One of it is it's listed actually on Huobi. It's called 10x, and I met the founders of 10x I think 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
maybe 2 or 3 years ago even. It was
so you are all
differently.
friends.
We are all friends. Yes, we even lived together in a house for a couple of months. I was there in the early stage around their ICO, after the ICO, so I work very closely with them. And I like the concept of equity investing and as well as the token. So why I do this is I'm quite young guy, why I play this long game plan. Honestly, I'm in the industry of e-commerce for the last 14 years already, so I have already some experience and I have patience more than most in this industry, because honestly what I see is like, hey, it's not going up last week another 100%, you know, like I'm bored, like I just made 200%, yeah, or now everyone is crying blood on the street because I lost so much. So they haven't been through all of these seasons, and I want to be like more conservative, have the long run, because it would be make my heart beating if I look every day on my phone, like what is my balance worth in US dollar. Oh, I can't do that, so I go in there and buy a percentage of the company itself in equity, and then I buy bigger in the ICO. So I have a long-term interest in the company itself. That's why I become the advisor and have like a really like a view on the company.
Cool, yeah.
And then I go for the short and medium-term returns via the token. Yeah, and I did this here in Singapore with 10X, which is listed on Huobi already for like a long time.
Yes, maybe next time you can invite them here,
yeah,
and
you want them here?
to Huobi Talk, share ideas to our audience. Yeah, maybe next time.
Why not? I can ask them for sure. And the second project, also locally based here in Singapore, is PolicyPal Network. Just recently at the ICO, I also bought equity as well as token. And I'm honestly, what is the difference in my investing? I get always asked that, yeah? I have a conservative approach, yes, but I look into real deals, you know? It's not that the biggest hype gets my attention. It's not that that the loudest noise or voice or the innovation.
Yes.
I don't like, you know what I actually don't like, and I don't want to be too critical, but what do you think about the industry? Like the most of it is loud, is white papers, mock-ups, Photoshop, nice websites, and then, oh, we want 50 million only, you know, it's like, say, hey guys, you know, like honestly, the biggest question I always ask projects, or I ask myself and everyone, hey, why do you do an ICO? You can't raise money in the public market, in private equity. That's the reason why you do an ICO. Then it means your project is not correct, because usually it should get also contributions in the public market.
You want money only.
Yeah, so you go for the money, take the money and run. I'm not into projects like this. So I'm thinking, and I'm looking, I'm very selective. Like you said, you have to get applications of thousands of projects before you list one on HADAX or on Huobi. So it's actually, I get a few hundred I look through till I really decide to invest. And being this very selective and not going for the quick buck or the hype, or like, oh, I have FOMO, fear of missing out, and not being in this hyped ICO. I'm not having this anymore. I used to be a little bit more like this, but I'm getting more and more conservative. And I think that's my strategy, and I'm looking for years and years, because I think we're very, very young in this ecosystem. When Huobi started in 2013,
and
you joined in 2014, so you're one of their very early employees, yeah?
Yes.
So, and you got internal promoted a couple of times. Now you're their global director. So you've been with them for so long. What happened? Like, let me ask you just like a chat. What was in 2013, 2014 when you joined? How was the crypto market? How was, like, there was not that much attention. Bitcoin was a couple of $100, right?
Yes, in the very beginning, I joined this industry. People just talk about Bitcoin.
Only.
And only Bitcoin.
Yes.
And we mentioned the Bitcoin technology as the capital word B, right? Not blockchain as a word at that time. And later we found very surprised about the Ethereum can collect so much Bitcoins there. We're surprised. And I meet Vietnam Vitalik at that time. I invited him to our office.
Vitalik, Ethereum founder, Vitalik. Okay.
Yes. And he just finished his ICO at that time. And I invited him twice to our office. One is in another building, and one is we moved to a bigger office. Yeah, we check each other and talk about the technology. And at that time, people are not very familiar with blockchain and the cryptocurrency and the digital currencies. But from the I think it's from the 2016 in the mid, the second behalf of the Bitcoin, the market can generally go up.
And stabilize.
Yes, and the medium, the general media pay attention to this, and they report it again and again, and the general audience began to know it. And I think we should thankful to the media because because of the price. So more technical person and good person pay attention to this field and contributed to the field. So it makes the blockchain technology better. So it's the story of this industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I wasn't as early as you were. I was early 2016. I got involved. We bought the first assets. Yes. So ever since we had a run this year. A couple of weeks ago, we had like a I could say a crash. Yes, we had some big loss. ERC20 tokens 60 to sometimes 80% down. So, but every exchange is losing trading volume, and it's not good. But I see Huobi just keep on doing it because I think even myself, I learned from the big players. And what do I really learn? Is that you don't look on your phone now, this week, this month. You look maybe 2 years ago, and you look two years ahead. And yes, you monitor what is today a little bit, but you don't put too much attention on it. And then you not get hyped. Oh my God! Now it's 500% up. Now it's 80% down.
Yes.
And it's like it's a roller coaster. And I don't want to be in an industry. I don't want to invest in projects where I can't sleep at night or where I celebrate the one day and 2 days later I lose everything. It's like it's not like this. And I can really all our viewers, I can just put a little bit closer to your heart to be a little bit more mid or long term. If you can't go long term, then go at least mid term, like a couple of months. Yeah. And I think this terminology of hodling, like basically holding on to a coin for a certain period, that's actually the proven strategy over the last years. Yeah.
Yes. Every time when my friends ask me what to buy, I just tell them select good ones and keep it and forget it.
No.
Yeah. So it's a good strategy here.
How to pronounce Huobi? Okay, maybe you do it better. You can do it in Mandarin.
Yes. In Chinese, Huobi, Huo means popular, also means fire. Fire in Chinese means hot or popular at the same time. B means coins or currencies. B. So yes, popular coins or hot coins. Yes, it's a hobby.
Look, most of our Western viewers, whatever, didn't know it. I didn't know it. Hot coins, hot currencies. Popular currencies, good.
Yes.
So I want to tell you a little bit more about myself and why I do this. Look,
Can't wait.
I'm an advisor in startups. So I'm focused here in Singapore, basically mainly on the startups in the ecosystem of the blockchain technology. So like I mentioned, the Policypel and the 10x. But we also do secondary market trading, and this is also why I'm in connection with Huobi, because I think Huobi is one of the more trustworthy parties. Yeah. And I had the same question like our users half an hour ago. Say like, why not decentralize? Say like, hey, come on, is it because you want to take control or whatever? It's actually not. We heard the good arguments, and even now I can follow it: scalability, security things, and the depth and the liquidity. Very good questions.
Yes.
So I'm getting questions. Dennis, share how you first heard about blockchain and why are you interested in blockchain technology? Yes, for sure, I do that. I heard about blockchain, Bitcoin for sure. This was my first contact, and it was so early, I don't even know. It was actually, I think, 2012 or something. It was a Second Life. There was this online game, and they used Bitcoin as their currency.
Yeah.
So this was my father read an article to me and said like, there's a digital currency. It's like no one actually owns it. And it's like I just listened to him for like a couple of minutes, and it was cents. It was actually cents or like $1 or something like this back then. But there was no desire to buy it back then, or like we didn't really act on it. It wasn't easy to access exchanges. And then, like I mentioned, in early 2016, so 2 years ago, then I actually bought the first assets finally, because we've been to different seminars, we talked to different people, and they were developing on it, like Ethereum was coming up, so there was a lot of movement in it, and thank God I was even there before the first wave, and then 2017, it just took off, and we were already in the market. But you go in, you put some assets there, you still have some uncertainties, it's going to be big, and then you put in more money when it's already more expensive. So, but it's a learning curve. I'm just happy that I was kind of early compared to the general public already. So that's my first contact, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question
So,
from, yeah? You want to ask me something, please?
Yes. So you have a rich experience in
Yeah.
investment in this industry and has your unique opinion on it. So could you share some tips for our users how to invest in this field?
Into new projects. Okay, yeah. I brought a slide with me today. I have 5 bullets. I have 5 points for you. Tips for choosing good projects. And so the first I ask myself all the time, why blockchain technology? Why is the project doing it on blockchain? Is there a reason why the project is using a token? Why do they do it on the blockchain? This means, is there not a way to do it outside? Is there a way to do it centralized? Is it not maybe better, faster, whatever? So, because blockchain is a hot topic and everyone does it to like get another way, like we talked earlier, like doing ICO, raising a lot of money.
Yes.
And sometimes because they don't get it in the normal equity market, right? So this is the first question. If there's a legit reason why they use blockchain technology, why they tokenize, why? If they can't answer this and give a clear answer on this, okay, first thing passed. The second, and this is like crucial, I think everyone understands that, the team. And the team, look, there's no degree, 10-year doctor degree in cryptology or like on the blockchain doctor, whatever experience. Like no one has this long experience, it's just a couple of people, and I think they can't fit all the projects. So the second is the team, and there's more about experience in general business, experience under stress, like how old are they, what have they done before, have they were a leader of the company or just like a student dropping out from their bachelor degree and going straight for CEO, you know. It's like, even this would not be a disqualification, but I just look at it very carefully. And so the team, the experience, and if they have put the people in the right position. So if they have a blockchain developer, if they have a web designer, if all the positions are already fit, then I think it's a good team. And I also like to meet them in person or speak to them, at least via Skype. So I think the personal touch, and you can look in the people's face and eyes, and you get a little bit better understanding. Because, like, you know, like a white paper is just a paper with like. You
don't know the person behind it.
Behind it, no, and oftentimes it's like copy and paste, and you know, like everyone is doing
I
the same.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on our slide, I have 3 more bullets for you. We have the second was the team, and even if the possibility is that they have already existing partnerships or how they are connected, this means in a way that they worked before at a big corporation and they can take their contacts and make out a new partnership for their project. This is very nice. I see a lot of ICO projects, they're coming up and having all these nice logos on their website. Like if they would have like these 20 partnerships already before ICO, I think sometimes it's just they emailed or they had the call and they allowed them to use it. Like, I just don't want to make it bad, but I prove if these partnerships are legit, or is it just like, okay, we got your printing paper, we use it, this is the reason why we say it's from 3M or whatever, you know what I mean? So there's some ways people steal the logos on a legally basis, and I'm very aware of this. I want to make sure that the partnerships are really legit.
Yes.
So the third point is the reason for doing token offering, and this is also related to the first point. Why are they doing a token offering? Is there not a better way to raise money for their projects? And why do they need so much money? Because I see all these projects going for 25, 50, 100 million in the initial offering. And this always gives me a lot of question marks, right? Yeah. So why do they need so much money, and why they haven't tried to do it before in the equity market? And if the answer is, you know, ICOs or the token issues right now is such a hot topic, you know, we would be stupid to not try it right now. So like, oh, so this means like it's easy, quick money. And remember, right now, legally, there's no equity token yet. So it's not legally possible that a company goes there and gives actually the equity, their share of their company, in form of a token. Once this is through regulation, this might be a different way and interesting, because then it would be like private equity combined with the token issue. And this would be another way which I would highly recommend. And this, I think, is also a breakthrough in ICOs in the future. My personal view, once the equity token gets legalized, or like the regulators when they finally make a statement on it. So, but this question is so important for me. And honestly, I can tell you, I only invest big sums in projects that already raised equity. So like if you look into the investment in 10x and PolicyPal, the companies, they were valued already a couple of millions before the ICO. They already raised a significant sum in real value US dollar, and then I invested in the equity and then in the ICO or the token offering. So I think that's very, very important. Then we have the last two steps I recommend everyone. It's to look at the hard cap. The hard cap, this means like what is the money they're looking into raising. Is it 25, 50 million? Honestly, in my stomach tells me the lower the better, but there's also a too low, because then it can have problems. Too less people are interested in making this project big to get listed and so on. So I think a good hard cap is somewhere between 20 and 50 million, something around this. Could be as low as 10, 12, but then it depends. And the ratio, and this is what I think you mentioned this too. Some of the projects, they keep like 70, 80% themselves and just give us some percent out. Yeah. So
it's not good for the secondary market.
It's not good for the secondary market.
Yeah.
How is Huobi actually doing it? So when you look into filtering these, you like projects that give away 50% at least or something like that? Is it?
There is no exact number, but we evaluate the distribution if it is reasonable, and if it is somehow you need to find out the background, something behind the distribution, because some projects say we only keep 10% to our project, to our team, but actually when you fund, they will give themselves through different kind of ways. So you need to find out the fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. So the ratio of the circulating and the total supply, I think that's a good terminology to remember about. Like if they have to have a good excuse, they have to have a good reason why they keep so many tokens to convince me why they need to keep 70, 80%. If they have like a plan and really already committed to lock down in a smart contract or something to distribute it to the token to the owners in the future, that's another case. But in my belief is something like around half, like keep the half for the team, for the advisors, for the future projects, and give away 50 to the open market and the distribution. This is like something it's getting more popular to do 50%.
Yes.
So and the last piece is the public interest, the hype. Why did I put it the last piece? Because others in our time they put it the number one, like it's the most important, the hype, right?
Yes.
But honestly, look, the public interest, the hype, it's important, but it's a lot of air. So you buy into something that is hot now. Who tells you that it's hot in 6-8 weeks when it's actually on the exchange? Who tells you that there's something behind it? It just means a lot of people reposting it. They have Telegram followers. Yes, you can have indicators on the Telegram followership, but be also aware of that. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not a pro, but I can tell you there are ways to increase your Telegram, not organically way to increase your Telegram followership. And I check the social media accounts. And my team, we research, we analyze it. So the thing is, if they're too big and there's not much behind it, we already doubt it that the community is that big. But it's really like you become like an investigator if you look into an ICO or like a token issue project. The thing is, you can spend hours on each project and you can research as much as you want. The thing is, it could be exhausting. So what I tell our users, our viewers today. You go in and you put yourself in a niche. Maybe you like prediction markets or whatever, yeah. And then you look into these projects only, or you go only qualify for ERC20 token, or go very niche. You go only on neo projects or whatever, right? So like finding your thing and then being very selective, and maybe splitting the work also with friends and colleagues. So this is how I did it in the beginning to really get more input, yeah.
Yes. So you. Thank you very much, Danny. You have 5 points, right? Just now you showed 5 tips for our users to when you select projects, and also I have 5 angles.
Please.
To evaluate projects. Its name is Smart Chain. It's our evaluation model. S means smart is smart, and S means strategy. You need to look at the project's strategy. What problem it solves. So it's maybe the cap of its future in the future. So, for example, if one project solves the problem for economy or for the contract, it might be bigger than the one who solved the private issues. Maybe just you can see the strategy of it, and it's S. And M means management. You can see the roadmap, their team members' management, and their plan. So M is management, and A is activity. This angle is very important for the coins, but not very important for the application tokens. So if you want to invest coins, you can say the activity. It means it's trading volume in the secondary market, and the trade users, number of users, so
yes.
activity. And smart R means risk. So you can say it is real have the ability to solve the problem, and any competitors in this field to compete them. So it's the risk and any technology risk. And T means technology. So you can go through. If you can understand technology, you can go through their GitHub to check their code. So this is a smart chain model. You can evaluate one project through these 5 kinds of angle. That's our strategy.
That's good. Look together, then we have 10 points, yeah? And
yes.
this gives a lot of background information to select the right project, yeah?
Yes.
So, question from Colorado. There are several projects that seem to focus on potential partnerships rather than having a functioning product. How much of an impact do you think hype has? And is it damaging the legitimacy of blockchain?
You can answer this
okay,
question.
I can answer this too. Yes, and yes, it might work on the short. Could work, depends on the audience. I think also we all get more educated and the market also matures a little bit. So it's not that another partnership announcement gets another 50% up in the value of the coin. So it really depends. But yes, it's true. There's so much on like bringing up the big partnerships, bringing up like making nice photos of ourselves, having the big offices, having like the very prestigious website, making the white paper very nice, having like some advisors. Advisors are also influenced, and advisors are also used all the time to promote the project. But it's not bad. I'm not trying to badmouth here about general ways of the token issues. Really not. It's just what I see, that all these people get used to really just like hype the thing up, and then like our friend from Colorado just mentioned, and instead of having a functional product. And this is what I want to say there. My 2 investments I just mentioned here on my previous slides, 10x and PolicyPal, they actually had an existing product before, So like the cards were online, people could spend cryptocurrency with their card in 10x when I invested. And PolicyPal has now close to 40,000 active customers. So you know what I mean? I'm actually having a very different approach, because I'm not like hype, and it could go good, but honestly, that's more like gambling. Yeah?
Rely on the relative.
It's like I don't want to go to a casino. Yeah? It's not business for me, and this is why I have maybe a more conservative positioning. But it's up to everyone. I mean, like there are people that are making money just by following the hype, right? So it just depends on your trading strategy. I'm not judging anything, but I think our friend from Colorado is correct here.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yes, I agree. So
Mini is asking how much more questions to get the airdrop. Yes, guys. Guys, honestly, I have to really interrupt you again, and I'm saying something. 250 more and we can get the airdrop. It's just 250 more. It's just a friction. We need more. So please,
and
subscribe now.
Yeah,
share it.
there is another good news for our audience. If we cannot reach the level, we will move our HT this budget to next live streaming. It's okay for our audience. Yeah.
Okay, but let's try to get it done today. We don't want to demotivate them. There's like just a couple of viewers left. Let's try to get the 2,000 now. But if not, then the 10,000 HT will be added for next Huobi Talk show, which will be in 2 weeks from now, not next week. We have a break.
Yes.
We have a special episode next week,
yes.
And then the next Huobi Talk will be in 2 weeks from now.
Yes, 2 weeks later. Yeah, because next week we will go to a very special conference and meet our old friends and make them share more opinions for you.
Good. So that's also exciting. So how about this question here? This is interesting, and it's regarding Chinese investors. So Saga is asking, in most projects, Chinese investors are not allowed to participate. Does that impact Asia-based exchanges, especially Huobi and HADAX? So the China ban, that Chinese investors are not allowed to participate, does it affect Huobi and HADAX in what way?
Actually, there's no regulation like this. Yeah, because Chinese government just ban the ICO and fiat money exchange. So there's no other rules.
Correct. So that's maybe in the worst case indirectly, but there's no direct impact. So I understand that. Perfect. Good. Yeah. So we got a lot of community questions, a lot of upvotes. Guys, we only have a very, very few minutes, the best at all, for the last 300 people to tune in. If not, we have to really move the budget. I'm very sorry. But then next time, tune in and you can even make more. Do you think we should do that?
Yes. We can do it next time.
Because I told them I will stay till the end until we reach 2,000, so I want to keep my word. So what do we do?
You can choose if you want to give.
I can stay here alone, tell them some jokes all day?
Yeah, you can choose if you want to give the token.
Oh, privately?
Yes.
No.
Because there are 1,060 viewers right now. Yes, and you can choose the or get small one tokens. You can decide it.
Oh, you mean if we lower the level and then share the first tier with the 16,700?
Maybe 80% of the first level tokens.
I think
we
want to keep our users happy. They always stayed like 1.5 hours with us. Should we do that?
Yeah, of course. It's up to you.
I can decide that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So I decide that for you. So you like me, you love me. Yes, let's take 80% of the first tier level because we almost, it's quite similar, 80% of the viewers number, and then you get the airdrop within the next 3 days from now.
Yes.
Still a couple of seconds on. If you haven't put your Huobi UID in yet, put it in, your UID you find in your account in the security settings, and then add vote on HADAX. That's our tag today.
Yes, remember, you need one YouTube account, just only can join this game once. If you put many UIDs, just wait, you will choose the first one you put here. Yeah.
Yes, be fair.
Yes.
So, all right, my friends, we have some legal disclaimer for you at the end. So I just paraphrase it very easily. I take full responsibility if I trade, if I buy something. I expect this from everyone, you know. It's just like you take the risk yourself. We can only be like informational. We try to add value here. We try to inform you, but we're not giving any advice in investing into anything.
Yes.
It's our personal opinion. Yeah, I'm an outside cheese from Huobi, and please, you have to always make your own decision and rethink it. Inform yourself first before making trades or investments.
Yes, just remember, every time when you want to invest something, you must be very clear about it, about the project, about the team, about its future. So, yeah, it's very important.
So only people who put their UID during the live streaming in can participate in the airdrop. So we will tune off in a couple of seconds. Your last chance now, my friends. So. And Huobi also reserves the right to disqualify people that violate the terms and conditions. So please, just one account, like she said, yeah. And if you submitted incorrect information, for sure we can't airdrop you HT if the account number is not correct. So we want to take the chance to say thank you for tuning in today. It was a pleasure for me to host. I hope you liked it.
I like you. Yes. I like your style.
It was funny, right? It was open.
Relaxing and sharing. Yes. If we can have a meal at the same time, it's better.
I would love to speak Mandarin to you, but I can only say ni hao. That's the truth, right? So I am not.
It means we can have lunch here and have a chat with the blockchain, and people say us. Yeah, it's more relaxing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. So, quick disclaimer, the risks are involved, everyone understands that. You exercise caution in trading. When in doubt to the actions you should take, please consult your lawyer and your professional advisor.
Yes.
That's all from us today. We are excited for this show and for the next episode in 2 weeks. We have a special one next week, like mentioned.
Yes.
I hope you all had fun today. Please share this this episode on social media. Once again, Huobi.pro official for Telegram. On Twitter, we are Huobi_pro. On Instagram, Huobi.pro. So hit the subscribe button here also for YouTube. And the next talk will be exactly on the 5th of April, noontime, Singapore. I hope you tune in again. Will be another airdrop giveaway.
Yes.
And cool. Thank you. Thank you, Wu Xing.
Thank you,
Danny. It was a pleasure. We hope we can do it again. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And all the best to our friends.
Yeah.
See you next time. All the best.
See
Goodbye.
you in 2 weeks.